is a 5 portal month. Now, a 5 in combination with a 7 portal month, 7 portal year, means that it is all to do with the 5 energies that work with the 7 energies. So if the 7 is all about consciousness and aligning with divine purpose, your inner knowing, your inner truth, that sort of energy, then the 5 comes online and it's all about expansion and change and travel, much like me literally moving state. That's the 5 frequency. And no, I did not even plan that thinking numerologically ahead. It's just the dates of house changing all aligned that way, and I took the opportunity, which is a lot to do with the 5, right? Taking opportunities. The 5 is about flow, travel, adventure. So this month is the best time to be leaning into your own 7 frequency of your inner authority, your inner wisdom, and allowing that to flow with the 5, allowing that to guide you and maneuver you through this month. Now, the 5 can also be one of those friends that you don't really love that much if you don't love change. And that's okay. Sometimes the 5 frequency comes in and it's like, get off your ass. Like, it gives so much of this flow movement, like air in the trees. It wants to travel, it wants to go, 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 go. And if you've been quite nesting in a nesting spot, you're comfy, you like the safety, the security, and the familiarity, then the 5 might come as a bit of a shock to your system, and you might be like, I don't like this. No, 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 no. And you don't have to like it. But then you will be vibrating likely in a lower vibrational frequency of the 5, which is fine. All numbers have a vibrational spectrum, right? So we can align with the higher potentialities, or we can sit in the lower potentialities. And all it means is that the best thing you can do is just keep leaning in to whatever is out of your comfort zone. That's the 5. Taking new opportunities, flowing into new adventures, anything that pushes your original model of the world, right? So the 5 is all about expansion, and with the 7 being consciousness, ideas, all matters of esoteric, spirituality, science, technology, all things of the mind. The 5 is like, come on, honey, let's expand, let's expand, let's expand. So you might be expanding your consciousness. You might have new abilities dropping in, new ways of seeing the world, like, you know. You might find that you're drawn to travel and to adventuring so that you can start to shift the way that you're perceiving and seeing things, and start being like, oh my God, waking up to not just like I'm spiritual, I'm waking up, but like waking up that there are other ways that you can do life, that there are alternative pathways that exist in the world. That's the 5. That's what it wants for you, right? It's all about breaking limitations. It's limitless potential. It's wanting to just push those boundaries. So the 2 things that can happen when we have pushing boundaries is that you may end up on the end where you've pushed a bit too far past the boundaries, and now you're a moth to a flame, which is another 5 frequency, right? The moth chases the flame. It feels good. It wants the external light, right? Map that across external validation, addictions. It wants to keep pushing, pushing, pushing until its own demise. It burns itself, right? On the other end, you might find that you've been too rigid, and you've got your solid boundaries. You don't want to, no, that's uncomfortable. And the 5 is like, right? You ain't staying there. So it's like whatever's going to happen, the energy is moving and expanding you. And if you can think back to, I know we had COVID and the pandemic and all these things, but in 2021, we were in a 5-year. And in a 5-year, it's a lot of things are chaotic, right? It can get a bit scattered. It can get a bit ungrounded. It can be a bit all over the place. And that can be a 5 frequency. So imagine whatever you had there. If it was like in 2021, for example, maybe you moved, maybe you're one of the people who left their state or did whatever, maybe like you had plans but nothing was sticking and everything just kept changing all the time. That's a 5 frequency. So this month, everything's changing all the time. And you've just got to find the sweet spot of, I don't have control over this right now, except I can only control how I'm going to perceive it and how I'm going to stay in alignment with my values, and discern when it's alignment with values versus playing it safe versus whatever. And it's that's come back to the 7 portal year, which is no one can tell you that for you. Only you can discern that from within yourself. And just recently on the 7th of the 7th, we had the 7/7 portal whole activation, right? You may have found that from that time, your inner alignment with wisdom and the need to turn off from everyone else, go within, get really clear, knowing that you're the only one that can hear your heart. And also discernment if you've been listening to things that, like that isn't it, right? So it could be workplaces, people, whatever, opportunities that, you know, I think in the tarot, how many cups, 5 or cups or something, and the essence is kind of like all that glistens isn't gold. The 7 helps you discern that. And the 5 wants to explore and to experiment and to try new things. So can you not hold on, but can you allow yourself to continue to explore the boundaries, to continue to explore and push limitations whilst remaining in alignment to a degree with your inner discernment of knowing what really is gold for you? Coming up this month, this is the month of collaboration, is what I'm being told. It's like, leave the way that you've been doing things. The 5 is like, continue to change and explore and expand. And one of the best ways that we can expand also is with other people. The 5 has adventures. It understands that you've got to go and flow and meet people and be spontaneous to get the download of the way other people see the world, do the things. Collaborate, find the polarity in others that will kind of like reflect back to you things that perhaps you don't know, perhaps things that you want to know, or places you want to go, inspiration, leaders, whatever. It's a really great time to find this soul tribe energy as well. It's like, I think it also comes back to the all that glitters isn't gold. It's coming back to what's your true gold. And the only way to know oftentimes is the 5 is to go expand and try it out. Give it a go. Nah, that didn't work for me. I'm going to go do something else. Oh yeah, this is, I like the way this is. I'm going to go this way. So the 5 is also like, this is your permission piece. Go and explore. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's all good. This is just experience. This is just intel that's gonna give you some guidance and some alignment of, okay, like, well, I've had the experience now, I'm good. Or it's like, holy fuck, thank God I had that experience. I've gotten to explore this part of what brings me pleasure in whatever realm of your life, this part of what awakens something in me that I wouldn't have known if I didn't go and live it. If I didn't go and go past the 7 frequency of these way of I seeing consciousness and just expanding it with the 5. So the vision I was shown ages ago was like the 7, but it's like shaking. And the 5 is like shaking it. And it's almost this thing of like shaking off the energy that's done, ready to go. And it's also like, when you're shaking, when you're moving, how quickly can you let go in it? How quickly, 7 frequency, can you trust the shake, trust the movement, trust the unknown of it? That's the 5 and 7 frequency. Something that I'm also being shown, and I want you to know that it's okay. There's someone here who's going to be listening, and there's a sadness and there's like a worry and a family stress of like I feel it in my womb. It's kind of like the ancestral clinging in there of like this grief and sadness, and the 5 is there to really help like let it go, kind of push, expand, not push, but move it out kind of vibe. Wow. So there's a lot of people that are going to be finding a lot of solace in water at the moment. I got a vision of this gorgeous like fish with like shiny scales and stuff, and I think it's also connected to like Lemurian energy of like connecting back in with all of the things that bring remembrance back, because that's another element of the 7, is remembering your purpose, remembering your mission, remembering all of the things that need to be reconciled and put back in the heart and propelled forward. So tune into the water. People who are feeling very guided and grounded when they go near the shore, when they go near the lakes and the waters and the things like that, go there and connect to the spirit of the water and just flow. So water, 5, flow. So something that is sort of kind of but definitely guaranteed with a 5 and a 7 is transformation of some kind. Transformation of the way that, likely with the 7, the way you've been seeing something linked to your consciousness, something linked to your intuition, your wisdom. Expect change, expect a transformation. And if you find yourself hidden in the shadows of it, in the feeling the ungroundedness and feeling like you're scared to go out and go and live and be part of the party and to go and just allow yourself to explore, then I want you to write yourself a letter. And I want you to write yourself a letter that tells you all of the reasons why you are worth going and living that adventure and going and living that life. Remind yourself that you've got one life in this incarnation to be doing you, and it is so worthy. You are so worthy, and it is important to live your life in a way that will continue to bring you a sense of enjoyment and pleasure. And it will not happen if you just keep sticking to the past, sticking to the old ways and not shifting. So allow the shift. Allow the shift. Whatever you need to do, call a friend, write this letter to yourself. Let yourself know why you're going to be stepping out into the unknown. Take the leap of faith, why it's important. This is amazing. All right, loves. That's all for today. I love you so much. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you resonate, what's been coming through for you.